Dear colleagues and esteemed partners, it is my pleasure to be speaking to you today as we launch the national consultations for UNFPA's new country program 2023-2027, which we hope will shape UNFPA's partnership in a manner reflective of national needs, priorities, and specifically in the areas of gender equality, adolescence, and young youth development. Promoting gender equality and fulfilling the potential of youth are critical to accelerating sustainable development. Ending all forms of violence against women and girls is not only a basic right, but also has a multiplier effect in all other areas of development. Investing in the power of adolescents today will yield a more just and prosperous future in solving the problems of climate change, political conflict, economic growth, disease prevention, and global sustainability. Along our established principles of economic diplomacy, as the ministry responsible for overseeing and coordinating the implementation of the Government of Egypt's strategic partnership framework with the United Nations, and as the co-chair of its steering committee, we have established a roadmap for and are collaborating with the UN in developing a new partnership framework from 2023 to 2027 that aims to support the Government of Egypt's priorities in economic and social development in line with the government's program, Egypt's Kickoff, Egypt's Vision 2030 and the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, and taking into consideration the necessity to build on the achievements made during the current Strategic Partnership Development Framework, the UN PDF. In this regard, MOIC launched last June a series of national consultations towards a comprehensive outcome for the UN SDCF that addresses the national priorities and needs where the UN can support best. The meetings witnessed the participation of more than 50 representatives from 30 government agencies and 28 United Nations agencies with the aim of constructing a participatory dialogue to underline stakeholders' priorities in the coming 5 years while discussing how national priorities can be consolidated through future projects with the United Nations. Additionally, MOIC has used the same participatory inclusive approach with other development partners and international financial institutions, including the EBRD, the EIB, and the African Development Bank to guide the strategic frameworks for cooperation for the coming 5 years. And to ensure accountability, transparency, and further strategic coordination, MOIC has completed mapping official development assistance to the SDGs for the whole portfolio of $25 billion across 377 projects. The results are contributing to a scientific assessment of the assistance to the realization of the 2030 Agenda. Egypt's government action program draws on its political leadership and commitment to further previous developmental advances in enhancing citizens' living standards and quality through a human-centered approach. This is strengthened through key national initiatives, including Haya Karima, Decent Life, and national strategies such as the recently launched National Human Rights Strategy. The program acknowledges that development can only be achieved and centered around citizens who live decently and equally enjoy access to high-quality sustainable services. It also builds on the achievements of the 2018-2022 program, which has laid the foundations of a successful developmental trajectory for the Egyptian economy. The Government of Egypt's program also accounts for the recommendations of the 2021 VNR that positions sustainable development goals at the core of all government strategies and priorities. The program and priorities shared by the key government counterparts focus on 6 key areas: protecting natural resources towards security and sustainability, develop and invest in human capital, transparency, governance, and inclusive partnerships, enhancing productivity and employment, improving the standard of living of the Egyptian citizen, including through infrastructure development, and finally, women empowerment. I'm confident that the new UNFPA country program will build on the achievements by the Government of Egypt, align itself to national priorities and initiatives, including Haya Karima, and will be guided by the participatory consultative efforts undertaken over the past months. I'm looking forward to a program that aims to support the Government of Egypt's efforts through informing evidence-based policy, supporting quality care and services to women, addressing gender and social norms, and strengthening the potential of Egyptian youth. A focus on digitization, innovative, ambitious blended financing, and South-South cooperation is also necessary, which are key enablers MOIC has identified through its consultations. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to join you in person today, but I'm certain that there's a very productive and constructive discussions that will take place, and I do look forward to getting briefed about the results of this national consultative process. Thank you very much and good luck.